Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me get the chat popped out. There we go. Morning, junkyard. I know I'm wait. No, I had some stuff to get done first. Morning, Amish. Nice. So glad you guys we had this time together to share a laugh or two. Yeah. Uh, no, I had to prep another pot of coffee, make me a cup of coffee, and I had I had a bunch of stuff to do. The kitty, you know, she thought she was important. She had to have her, 2 cents in. Get right, kitty. Come on, get up here. Yeah, what? Actually, I'd love to find an old wind-up alarm clock. A real, a real old, a real one. Um, one that was made probably in the 50s or 60s, because they work. You get the newer ones today, they might last 6 months, a year, and then they're done. You know. I always thought about that. If ever there was a life altering occurrence with, we lost all electricity and everything. Um, well, at least with alarm, wind up alarm clock, he'd be able to tell the time. What are you doing, Pumpkin? Hmm? I know. I'd have to spin the clock. Hold on to the key and spin the clock. I don't think you can find them that wind up anymore. They're all electric. They may look like a wind up clock, but they're all electric. There you go. So anything new since yesterday? Your boss is here. Tell him his ride's here.
I know.
We haven't lost power in a long time. About a month and a half ago, we lost it for like a half a second, just enough to where um, it actually didn't even affect the. It didn't affect the clock on the oven, but it did on the microwave. I know, just a different day. Yeah. I got a few LED lights. Let's see. There's one thing I want to buy from Ozark Trails. Um, I want to buy that. I have a butane stove already, but this comes with a griddle. The one I got, I've been using a little 10-inch square griddle pan on it, but this one comes with a griddle, and it just makes it easier. Plus, mine, we've had ours for 20 years, I bet. I never even knew that they made those until I seen one at the Antique Tractor Club, the auction, and I bid on it. I bid $25 on it. It sold for 30. I didn't know how much they were, but you can buy in Myers or Walmart's $32. So that's right, must be. Yeah. The butane's a little pricey, um, but you can get that at Walmart or Myers or something like that. It's like $3.50 a can. Um, they last on high for about an hour. If you're cooking something and you got it on medium heat or whatever, um, I used to take it to some auctions and stuff, and I would cook burgers and stuff on it. And it would, I'd take a couple extra cans with me, but I'd hardly ever have to switch out one can. It would last because you turn it on, cook, and then you shut it off. You Or you can get the ones that have the hose, so you can change them to propane. So, hmm. Yeah, unemployment. They had at the Antique Tractor Club had a posting on Facebook. Some Hudson, it's called Hudson Restorations. They're in Grass Lake, Michigan, which is 45 miles from here. They were looking for somebody to work full time restoring old tractors, which I thought that would be a good job. If I was 20 years younger, or if I was in a lot better health than what I was today, I would actually consider that. I like working on old iron. You got steam engines and steam tractors, um, anything old. I've never worked on a steam engine before, but I think that would be fun, exciting, exhilarating. That's right, old iron dog. That's right. Well, they should take the day off. You know what? In fact, I'll take the day off with them just to show them my support. You're gonna honor them too. That's good. Yeah. Skeeta, good morning. That's right. And watermelon wine. Oh, Tom T. Hall. I just watched a video of him the other day singing "I Like Beer." I like beer. How you doing after that? Kathy had thyroidism one time. Morning, Kevin. Well, good morning, Sandra. Yeah, what's your excuse, Kevin, for being late? 10-pound limit? Well, if you quit hounding people on Facebook, oh, I got up at 3 o'clock too. Every morning, 3 o'clock. Well, that's good. I gotta make it out. I haven't even made it out to check the onions yet. It wasn't. it wasn't that great of a day yesterday out here. Oh, cool, overcast, misting. So, huh. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Oh, you wanted to come see what the shots was about? Yeah. Hi, Shot Thursday. And Kitty Kitty. Yeah, that's why I get up at 3 o'clock. Gotta go to the bathroom. What do you mean? You go to the bathroom for 45 minutes? Well, there's no bathroom for me here. I know they don't need them to fly. They don't even have to be vetted. Yeah, yeah, I seen that video too. Um, I've already posted it to YouTube. Um, it's copyright infringement. Um, yeah, I actually did get a response back from YouTube over that. I got an email. They are investigating it. So, morning, Stephen. Well, that's nice. No, I wasn't in on the joke. A video that somebody took part of my live stream and made a video out of it. I don't allow on my live streams. I don't allow remixing. So they're not even allowed to take any segment of any of my videos and make anything out of them. You actually have to click that box to not allow it. And because YouTube would want you to do that so they can get more revenue for pieces and parts of your video somebody else shares. You know. There's a guy out west done it. I'm trying not to name names. So. But if you it's all you gotta do is add water. It's ready. If you go to set up your live stream, it'll ask you if you want to embed, allow embedding, um, and allow remixing and stuff like that. And I don't allow any of that. No, you're fine. So. Well, it's one thing if you're in on the joke. It's another if they're doing it just to do it, you know. So. Now it wasn't like I was in public because I wasn't in public. I'm in my own private house. So, if you're out in public and somebody does video of you, there's nothing you can do about it. Um, well, the last time I knew, Brad didn't live on the West Coast either. I don't know if he's got a computer or not. He just hasn't been on and did a live stream in a few days. Yeah. I moved above the pawn shop. That way he can walk downstairs and use the computer anytime he needs to. Hmm. Well, they probably played the Jeffersons tune. We're moving on up to the top, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up. Because they finally got a piece of the pie. Give them a pinch, they'll take them out, yeah. Well, it probably smelled like marijuana smoke, cigarette smoke, and Finch doo doo. I'm looking for something. There we go. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyways, um, when they were moving, he said, you know, Finch soup don't burn in the kitchen. Or don't cook in the kitchen. Excuse me. Earwig soup don't cook in the kitchen. Finch don't cook on the grill. took Jen a whole lot of working just to get us up that hill. Yeah, that's right. Life's a garden, dig it. I see Howie had a live stream yesterday. Yeah. Hey, give me a cup of coffee. Oh, huh. That's right. $3.17 American. They're right, pumpkin. Yeah. Maybe we ought to just take you up there and take some of them finches. You like finches? Huh? I never had them, but I'm sure they look tasty. At one point in time, yes. Mini golf course. Did you see Johnny the other night at the beach? Those were some bright college students, weren't they? Yeah. Uh huh. That's what our future is, people. Yeah. There you go. You too, Sandra. Seen some volleyball could be, yeah. No. You know how it is. I think they ought to make that a national sport. I beach volleyball or beach handball. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. The beach handball there's like 6 people that are on it. The beach volleyball there's only two. Well, of course they're going to want to play. You know. Hmm. I'm trying to figure out which of the one stoners you said was smart. Amish, being that you're off for the summer, did you finally get your nipple socks and fishing robe? You know, one, yeah. We had Salisbury steak from Aldi's last night, the Encore kind, and then had mini Yukon Gold potatoes boiled and corn for dinner last night. Um, I did all the Yukon Gold potatoes that I bought the other day from that flash food or whatever. There were 4 bags of pound and a half, so I boiled all of them. So that was 6 pounds of potatoes. Today, this morning, I'm gonna bring them in, and the small ones I'm just gonna smash. The ones that are a little bit bigger, I'm probably gonna cut, and then we'll have fried potatoes for breakfast. I know it costs more than steak. You did, yeah. Me too. You need another $20? Well, what happened to the 20 I sent you? Yeah, I do. You know, yeah. I remember now. Yep, I remember now. It cost $20 to send you the $20, so I didn't have the 20 to send you after I paid for it. Evaporation. Yeah. Well, you know it's kind of heat out there in Oklahoma. Yeah, come get it. Just don't, Steve, just don't walk, let him show you the garage because once you get out there, he'll put you in a pen. It's like a veritable zoo out there. Once he gets you out there in that corral, you'll be stuck there forever. Next thing you know, you'll be playing parking lot poo poo bingo and all that other stuff. The feed, yeah, the feedlot, right? Yeah. I gotta go to the little boy's room. I'll be right back. Morning, Arizona. How are you doing on this beautiful, beautiful day? Hmm. Huh. Well, he's a far cry away from me. You might as well rate his.
Shut up, Tyler. Get it. Shut up. Go.
What are you doing, Goofy?
Tyler, I don't know if you have any water in that. Huh?
You better tell Gretchen to put water in hers.
Bring me a Tyler.
Your water bottle.
Water bottle. In your bag.
You want to get out of the county? Yeah. Me either. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Who said you could have that Kit Kat?
How many are you taking?
As many as he can get. Yeah.
No.
Jordy, eat that Kit Kat?
Hurry up.
Was it out of the wrapper?
Go tell them, come on. Go tell them to come on.
Come on.
Get over here.
Good thing you said something about pantry because I have to go down tomorrow or today
Get a
and
cookie.
straighten out some of that pantry again.
What? Yeah.
You should have bought it there, junkyard.
Who's that on the stand in there?
Where's your backpack?
Right there.
That way you could have been driving around Miss Daisy.
Tyler took a sip of it. You want it? You want that in there? That drink like this?
That's mine.
Go get it. You don't even drink it.
Yes, I do. You probably still have to look at it.
That's right, go to Walmart in style.
What?
I want
Whose is this?
mine.
You want
You know
it,
what you do, junkyard? You get out of the driver's seat, walk all the way to the back door on the driver's side, hop in, and then get out on the passenger rear door right there. Be like something like you're important, then go into the store.
Yeah, a few.
I'm wondering why did you order sugar?
Right.
Oh.
I like
Yeah, take a pill and then take
So?
sugar. That makes sense, doesn't it? No, it
no,
don't.
it don't. I hope. What does the doll say? Huh? What does the doll say? Nothing. Nothing. You said thoughts. You said
My
maybe.
keys,
I said, does it talk? And I'm like,
keys
Yeah.
under the purse.
which one?
Huh.
Forget it. Leave it.
About 7 more days and you guys are done with school.
Yeah, and that's Thursday.
No,
That's Thursday.
Thursday.
not anymore.
Well, I'm talking about 7 days.
Bye, Papa.
I love you.
Love you.
Uh, well, you know, Steve, every time you go to the store, if you spent $2 or $3 extra every time you go to the store and buy something, you know, a couple of cans of corn or a couple of cans of carrots or, you know, some chili beans, or after a few months, you're going to have a pretty decent pantry stocked up. Yeah, they call it summer break. Yeah. The only people that get a break is the school system. Did you get some coffee? White pepper, that's right. White pepper's the best. All the Chinese restaurants years ago used to serve, you know, they'd have salt and pepper shakers on the table, and it was full of white pepper. It wasn't full of black pepper. And that's where I learned to like the white pepper. It is good. Sprinkle that on bread and butter and have yourself a white pepper sandwich. Like Emerald says, it's good on everything, even ice cream. If it warms up today, it's 54 right now. If it warms up today, I'm gonna go out there and take the engine off on that rototiller and start try to put the other one on. Um, and figure out what I'm gonna need. I know there's a couple of levers and stuff right now that are stuck on it, so I should spray those down, let that stuff work. WD-40. I use PB Blaster once in a while, but I think WD-40 does a lot better job. The reason why PB Blasters, because they got so much pressure in there, when it hits the rust, it'll start to knock the rust off, but I don't think it lubricates any better than WD-40. Well, I got a 5-horse Briggs on a Toro rototiller, but the wheels broke off of it in the back. And so they welded them on, and when he welded them on an angle that the handles, and I don't know if they broke off or if he cut them off, and then re-welded them, but the handle is only like 30 inches off the ground. So, it's mid-thigh. So you got to bend over to use it. Um, and either that, or, I think the guy that owned it was probably really short, and that's why he done it. So it's not for a tall person to use, but it's got a good engine on it. It's clean. So I'll probably pull the engine off on that and scrap the rest of it. I only give $10 for it at an auction. Then I have an Edger that's got a 3-horse on it, and it runs. I got to put a new belt on that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that though. Keep it as an Edger or just pull the engine off of it and use that for. Thought about using it. I have an air compressor, a little 10-gallon tank. I thought about just putting that on the air compressor, and then if I ever needed air, someplace other than the house with no electricity, I could just take it there and start it up. And by the way, good morning, Kim. I think that's what he was. He was a little fella. So he redid the wheels so the rototiller wasn't so high up. But I don't know because the guy had passed away. This was an estate auction we went to. So, Cornbread, good morning. Oh, no. Very well could have had short shovels. Um, Anyways, getting back to the air compressor, I thought about putting a centrifugal clutch on it, and then make it a chain drive, and then start it up, turn it up, and build up air, and then turn the idle way down once the air is built up, and then when you need more air, turn it up again, let it build up pressure again. I'm not that astute on the workings of an air compressor. Come on, get up here. Come on. And how they do it for tire shops and stuff. Okay, they don't. There's a good girl. Yeah. Pretty girl. Well, I can put on StreamYard again. I'm eligible for StreamYard again for another 20 hours. So, pretty girl. You've been in the basement waiting? I know. That's how she sleeps at night when she's out. She'll sleep like this on top of me. And then she'll lay like that for a couple hours, and then she'll get up. She'll take off, and then she'll come back a few hours later and, lay down again. By 4 people worldwide. There you go. I know. I am the king of live streams, There you go. Me and the kitty. I've been to your live streams. They're Amish. They're kicking. I love the live rake fights too. Those are pretty good too. Huh. What's that? Hmm? Somebody here? Hmm. I'll be there before the next Teardrop falls. Pretty girl. That's right, up the food order. I know. This kitty, all she wants to do is sleep. Sleep and eat, sleep and eat. Lemons for all. I got a bunch of lemons. Or I had a bunch of lemons. I probably don't have them anymore. So. I tried to get paid for my lemons on delay. I went through all that stuff, and you get right to where it says to set up your bank account, and then it goes clear back to the beginning again. So I don't think they ever pay anybody anything. Yes, he did. There you go. Yeah. Well, congratulations. He had to sell something because he's running out of feed. So, yeah, ad coming up in 55 seconds. As long as we got biscuits for the kitty, everything's fine. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't go that far, Robert. Oh, yeah, I know. They have good taste like you do. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. It's a sickle sale. Sickle sale of Lima. Anybody want a kitty kitty? That's what Kevin has, yeah. Daniel? Hello? Pretty girl. Yes, you are. Yep, he's gonna hide them. All right, pumpkin. There you go. There you go, baby. Come in. Come in.
You only come in, do you realize I'm not parked right here?
Well, I know I heard the alarm go off on that ring, so I thought you were close. I'm sorry. What?
They're there too.
I told you that. I'm thinking Mama's going to have a little talk with the oldest today when he comes home. He put on his boots and walked through the house, and there's mud all over the place now. It's dried up mud. Um, but she's already told him 2 or 3 times about that. Day before yesterday, Cody did it with his boots. So evidently they don't understand, knock the mud off. No shoes now. Yeah. Well, when I worked for the garbage company, I had a shoe scrubber. So I'd scrub my boots, you know, I'd knock off the mud and everything on my boots when I got to the back porch. Then I'd take my boots off. The back porch was actually, or as you walked in, was the laundry room. I'd take my boots off there. Yeah. What happens when you open the door to put your shoes back on and they're gone? Oh, yeah, those are $200 loafers there, and they fit. Huh? That's right. I didn't make a coffee. What are you doing? Hmm? I'll cup another pot while I'm out here. Uh, yeah, nobody knows you're sour. Yeah. Well, Comey can't understand why the FBI would investigate that, being just sort of, the Secret Service said there's nothing there. You know, they investigated it and couldn't find out who done it. Yeah. Huh. That's right. They get the floors dusted for free. Yeah, punished for nothing. Yeah, right. Hmm. I love you too, Kevin. Take care. I seen that the other day. Hmm. Oh, I understand. I really do. Um, Hmm. Trying to figure out what was. Hmm. Well, that's what I do, Amish. Whenever the Dollar Tree or whatever, I can get that carton milk for, it'll be almost out of date and they want it for 50 cents or a quarter or whatever, or two for a dollar, $1.25 or whatever the hell it is. I get some of that and I'll end up pouring that on the tomato plants. It gives them the calcium they need. Yeah, I I'm getting about the point where I'm getting over it. Mic drop. Yeah. No. It is. It is short. Hmm. No, we're not doing the hot dog cart no more. I did do an, or we, Kathy and we did do an auction, last Saturday. We did one, uh, for a guy out of Ohio. I like the guy a lot and I don't normally do them, but I've done two for him ever since we stopped. And, last week was a loser. We didn't make any money. Um, but that's how it goes, I guess. You had to put it in, dig it all up there, Amish, and then put it in, a self-contained raised bed garden. That way it can't go nowhere. It is. It's hard to make a dollar. Same way with sunchokes. Um, you know, sunchokes would take over your garden too, take over your whole yard. So you want to put them on, in a self-contained raised bed garden so it can't go nowhere. Yeah, just to move. There you go. Yeah. Now, um, Mrs. Ladd, she was our neighbor years ago, lived two houses away. And in her backyard, she had horseradish growing there, but she had it in its own little garden spot, and then she had it all, with bricks all the way around it. And she would go out there and dig up horseradish. That was the only thing she grew. I bet that was good. I had a roast beef sandwich yesterday with horsey sauce on it from Arby's. The roast beef sandwich wasn't from Arby's, but the sauce was. It does clean the blood. We had Memorial Day. We had a picnic at our daughter's house, and we had watermelon with seeds in it. And I said, eat the seeds because they're good for you. It'll help get rid of parasites and stuff. Well, they said, well, Kyler, he won't eat that watermelon because I don't think he's ever had a watermelon with seeds in it. I'm going to tell you right now, it didn't slow that boy down not one bit. He had like 3 or 4 pieces of watermelon. And they weren't small either. They were about this big, thick. Um, yeah, I don't know. It was probably a 20, 25-pound watermelon and cut it into big chunks. Yeah, yeah, grow watermelon. Yeah, yeah, you'll grow watermelon. Yeah, sure will. Yeah. I don't try to eat lettuce at all. It's too many sharp edges. No. No, I actually had 2 salads last week. It was pretty good. I wouldn't doubt it. I've never tried savi or savoy cabbage. I've never tried. Well, I've probably had bok choy before, but that was probably at a Chinese restaurant. But I've never bought bok choy either to use. You not find the butter on with this. Makes it slide down easier, junkyard. Banana salad, that's right. Or an Elvis sandwich. Nutter butter or nutter fluffer or whatever, fluffer nutter. Parquet. Butter. We probably got 50 jars of tomatoes downstairs. Um, yeah, close to it. I canned a bunch a few years ago, and then I had my sister can me some um, a couple of years ago because I didn't have time to do it. I paid for the tomatoes, I paid for the jars, and she canned them for me. And you could make tomato soup out of that already. All you gotta do is bring it up, put it in the blender, add some spices, some salt, pepper, little beef broth maybe, um, carrots. I have peas and carrots that I canned probably 6 years ago at least. I have green beans that I canned that long ago too, still down there. My I have cans of peaches down. I have jars of peaches down there. We canned probably 5 6 years ago. Um, I didn't scrape out the red, so they don't look all that appetizing, but they're good. Where the pit was in it, you're supposed to scrape that out. I didn't do that. Just eat them in the dark. That's right. Yeah. The bacon I did. I did that 8 9 years ago, I think, and that still looks good down there. Beef and cabbage goes good together. I have a bunch of ground deer burger. I should fry up and then can it. I bet it was good. Right? I actually got some. I got a bunch of ground pork out there. I should mix with it to give it some fat. Yeah, I'm gonna make some breakfast here after I get off in here. Yeah, I wanted to smoke some cheese. I still didn't get it done. It's getting too warm now. All right, everybody. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care. Prayers and peace. And I will see you tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. I'll see you tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Have a blessed day, everybody. Take care.